Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go See It. Today we're at Fletcher's Cove, also known as Fletcher's Boathouse, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know in order to make your visit there a success. The first thing you should know about getting there is it's difficult to get in. If you're traveling north on the Clara Barton Parkway, it is absolutely impossible to make the turn to get in there. You have to actually turn into a neighborhood and make a big wide U-turn in order to get there from the right direction. So if you have a GPS, use it. The second thing about getting there is this. It is as low as it looks. If you have a big vehicle, it's going to be extremely difficult to get it in there. And it is tight. And it is only one way. So make sure there's no vehicle coming in the opposite direction. Once you get through the tunnel, you'll get right to the parking lot, and it is a huge parking lot. So if you're having a gathering for dozens, maybe even hundreds of folks, it can accommodate all that parking. Also, people usually think of Fletcher's Cove and they think, the boat launch or kayaking, things like that. However, this park right here is great for picnics. They have these fire pits, the tables, and they have a little campfire set up. So if you're thinking about, having a picnic, this is a great area. It's flat and it has fields where you can play. Now we're going to talk about what you just saw there in a minute, which is the area where you can launch a kayak. You have to pay to launch a kayak from the dock, but if you want to avoid paying, you can come right out here. We'll see someone launching a stand-up paddle boat in just a minute, but you can launch a kayak from here. It's relatively flat, it's easy to get to, not difficult to navigate, and it's best of all free. I'm going to take some time here to look around, pan the camera so people can understand exactly what this area looks like, because I realize that launching a kayak or a small vessel from here can be a little bit tricky. But as you can see, it's not that big of a deal, and it's really easy to do. We're going to just take an overview look of the parking lot area again, and just one more word of advice. Make sure you bring lots of water. Bring your own water, because there's a water fountain here at Fletcher's Cove, but I don't think that thing has worked since 1975, so please bring your own water. We're going to take a walk just outside the parking lot, just right on top of Fletcher's Cove, and you're going to see two major biking trails. There's the C&O Canal, which is just ahead, and right now I'm standing on the Capitol Crescent Trail, and you can pick that up in Bethesda, and it will take you all the way down to Washington, D.C. And right here is the C&O Canal. As you can see, it's a gravel path. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because Fletcher's Cove rents bicycles, and I'm going to show you the rates in just a minute. But you can bike all along this gravel trail, and it extends, I believe, up to 115 miles. So it's a long trail. This building here is Fletcher's Boathouse, and inside this first building is where you can rent your bicycles. They're not road bikes, but they're sturdy enough to be able to handle the two paths that I just mentioned above. And this right here, this second area is where you can rent fishing gear, tackle. You can buy snacks and refreshments and a bunch of little things. The area here we're walking to is the boat dock. Right there, I'm listing the rates, and as you can see, they're not too bad. They're quite reasonable, and you can launch your own personal boat from this boat dock. And there's a small fee of $6 per vessel. So you can also rent their lots, and of course, you can go to the free area where I told you about to launch a boat. They do have staff here that works on the dock. They will help you get in and out of your boat, which is quite helpful, no matter if you're experienced or not experienced kayaker or boater. And they also have classes where they'll take you out for 90 minutes and kind of show you around, but you really don't need it, because once you get out on the water, I've never seen it rough. It's usually pretty calm, and it's just a beautiful scenery. I'm going to take a quick look at that in a minute. Here you're going to see some kayakers, and in a minute or two you're going to see the staff at Fletcher's Boathouse just help them in and out of their boat, and this is kind of what it's going to be like. This is my buddy Kirk again. He's going to be with me today, and as you can see, the staff at Fletcher is going to help him in the boat. And we're just going to go on the Potomac, and we're going to show you a few things that you can see. If you want to know more about kayaking on the Potomac, take a look at my other video, and it's going to show all the different things that you can see along the Potomac, and we're going to see a snippet of it right here today. The water on the Potomac at this section is calm. You're not going to experience any rapids whatsoever, and the scenery as soon as you get out there is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's not quiet because Reagan Airport is not too far away, so planes are coming over all the time, but the scenery is wonderful. And these right here are some of the things that you'll see while you're on the river. There's lots of other kayakers and boaters. Other rental areas all along the Potomac, but what I like about Fletcher's Boathouse more than some of these other areas, it doesn't seem quite commercialized, and there are major historic landmarks such as the Kennedy Center, the Lincoln Memorial, you just saw the Watergate Hotel, and so many more.